Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Deborah and I'm going to be making some tags for my journal today. So I've got a couple of different ideas. The first one is I'm going to use these covers. So this is just the cover that came off the paper pad that I'm using. And if I chop this up, I think that it will look good as a little tag, and it's white on the back. So because I've got the white on the back, I can just use it and write on there directly. So we'll just chop it up first. So this is the small one. This piece is the actual showing all the different stickers that this pack came with. So you get these teeny tiny little images, which are quite cute. I quite like that. So I think that would be fine as a little journaling spot. I think I'll use that. And then this bigger one, I've got a couple of bigger ones. So this one here, I'm going to cut, but I also want to include some of this lovely hatched background in it. I'm just looking at which bit's straight, and I'm going to just cut those words off the top so that I get that nice background in there. And then if I trim it there, I think I can then just cut it in half here, and I think that that might look okay. I'm trimming this down now because it's looking a bit odd to have just the big hatch piece at the top. And also I want to make sure that so that would be one tag. So that's quite a long tag. Let's see, it's about four and a half, yeah, about 4 3/4 inches by, let's say, 2 inches, over 2 inches wide. So that's quite a good size for a tag. So I've got a couple of those. This I will leave as big, and then this one here, I'm going to cut it down because I don't like the way that the hatch here is now off-centered. Although I guess it would be okay because it's got both the front and the back of those postcards that I was using on it. But this one here I will cut down because this one's a bit crooked. I'm wondering why. Something's clearly not being cut correctly. However, that's better now. So all of those can go into the journal as places to write. And then the next one I will be doing, I'm using some system cards or index cards, whatever you want to call them. And I thought maybe I can just use some of these strips and things that I was showing yesterday. So I've got quite a few of these. These are from like the different places within the papers where I've cut these strips. This is a branding strip, so why not use it? This one here is also a branding strip, so as long as you use the nice side, I think that they'll look good. And then as well as that, I've got some smaller ones here, like this one. So I'm just going to randomly put them on. I probably will cover some of the words and things, I'm not sure yet. But if I just put them on here, and then that will create a nice surface on the back for writing on. Now I know that it will be on the side, but you can still turn it and write on it like this, and I am going to trim this down as well. So I just find a few more random pieces that I've got, like maybe this one. So it's just a matter of making some decisions about what I want on the particular piece of the tag. So I'll create a tag out of this when I'm done, and see if I've got some other pieces that I can put in. Like I could even put this piece of paper in. There's no reason why I can't have some vintagey paper in there. I need to work quickly because my glue is bubbling out and I want to use it while it's bubbling out so I don't have to waste it. I've got this piece here. I'll have to let these dry before I go ahead and do anything more with them. And I might just put this piece down the bottom here. So just a little, probably just one side of this that I can put down the bottom, and I'll need to trim it. And then because I don't like that word up there, I'm going to cover that as well. So I'll probably cover that in something like this. Just because it's there doesn't mean you have to keep it, you can get rid of it. There you go. I'll let that dry a moment and then I'll trim it down. If you want your words or your writing lines up the correct way, then you can just make some smaller tags out of that. I like this piece with the shield on it, so I'll put that down. Because once your tags are done, you can add something on top of them. So I probably will add something on top of them once I've got them done. And I really like this piece too, but I want to put it down on something because I don't like that the writing can't be done on the back. It would be hard to actually see writing on this particular piece of paper. So again, I'm just sticking that down on there and seeing what else we can have on here. And on the other side, I just chop that, grab my scissors. I'll trim this up properly at the end with the cutter. And for this piece, maybe I'll just do some random lines of paper across it. Again, just some glue, and then I will start sticking some of these down on it. See what I can get done here. Just tear them off as I go. This one I did before. I've also got a thicker piece like this. Don't have to use the same pieces every time. You can just use different pieces, bits and bobs that you've got around the place. This is like super bright, or not really bright, but it really pops out, this tartan one. I still want to use it though, because it'll go with the rest of the stuff that's in the journal. And I kind of want to mix it up a bit. What else have I got? I've got another one of those. No reason why I can't put that down there. I will have to put a bit of glue underneath here though, or it's not going to stick. And this one, which is a bit more subtle. So I'm kind of balancing the different papers. So, you know, the more subtle ones versus the in-your-face ones. That one. And here's another really subtle one that I can use here. I think this is a good way to use up these little strips of paper. It'll give you a bit of variety in your tags as well. I think I'll put that one down there. So that's probably enough on there as well. Now, where's the cutter? I also have these ones. So that's like a whole piece. So if I take a card, and so is that, I take a card, I can put this down on it just completely. The question is, I guess I can just do it like that. Yeah. I was just wondering whether I needed to cut this down or not. But these index cards are a good size. They're 6 by 4, so it makes them a really good size for writing and journaling on. Just pop that on there. Even if you cut them down a bit, I don't think it matters. It's just about having a bit of variety and mixing it up. Now, something like this, you could actually use that as is, because you've got stuff and a place to write on the back. So this is just about using up those scraps that are left over. Put that in there. And then I've got another one here. So I've got one spot there, and then I think I'll do this one as well. Because again, on the inside of that, there's plenty of space to write. Or put some photographs, or, you know, do some artwork on, or whatever it is that you want to do. But it's just about using the stuff that's available. Now this here, I think I'll turn this into a little tag thing as well. Now I'm just putting some of the stickers on, just to give it a little bit more of an enhancement. So I've cut this one into a tag shape, put a sticker down there. These ones I've just cut and left as they are. And see, I've trimmed that down. I really like the idea of using a system card. It makes it stronger. It also gives you some writing space, lines that you can write on. This is quite a big one. I'm not going to cut that into a tag. That'll just be down like it is. And I have trimmed off this one as well. You can see I've trimmed that down. I've still got the card shape on that side, the card, the system card, and also showing up that my little notches or cutouts on the corners are crooked, but that's fine like that. And I think I'll do another little sticker on this one as well. I've got some other stickers over here I could use. This is from the top of the paper pad, but I want to use it, so I'm going to take this centerpiece out, I think, and then fussy cut around the outside as well, so that I can actually use it in the journal as a bit of a frame. Just wondering if I can do that. No reason why I can't. I'll just probably have to cut around onto the black edge, because if I do the other edge, it's going to be difficult to try and get that even if I come in. I was thinking about coming in like a little bit, but I don't think I can, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it very even if I do that. It's a bit of an odd shape, but if I just take my time, I think I can do this. And I'm doing the inside first. I thought that might be easy to cut the inside first when I still had the stiffness of the outside to do it. And then I can go to the outside and trim around the outside. Really not sure if this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. And the worst that can happen is I'll end up throwing it away, but you don't try, you don't know, do you? So this is turning out to be a little bit fiddly, but I still think it's worth it. And I'm quite liking that I'm getting a nice frame. So I should be able to put something in the frame at some point when I'm doing my journal. Or I could make something out of that now, I'm not sure yet. Just a matter of finishing this up and then making some decisions about what is going where. There you go. That was worth it, I think. Didn't want to waste it. Put it over into the pile of things that are getting larger, of things I can use in the journal. And I don't think I can use any more of that as such. Okay, I'll just put that to one side. I've got this here. I'm not sure why I have that. Looks like I was using it as the marker, so I'll keep that for the actual binding by the look of that. And then I've got this piece, which I could probably just fold again into a little journaling spot or photo spot or whatever you want to call it. What else have we got left? We've only got a little bit left now. That probably needs to go in the rubbish, although I might be able to salvage that little bit of it. Yeah, I think I can salvage this side, because I was obviously fiddling around with that at one point. See what that's doing. And I've got some more of these little square things. I quite like them. It's been so long, I really can't even remember what this paper looked like that much, where these came from. I suppose I could look on the tiny images and find out, but it doesn't matter. I just want to use them up. So I'll just put them here. And I've got that, which I could probably again use in some form. I could even put some papers in here, make that into a little booklet. And it looks like I'm getting down to the wire now with what's left. Oh, I've got some more images on there. So I've got that playing card. I could chop that out, I think. Obviously I've cut that other one. I can't use it. I could certainly use this one though. It's a really lovely paper, this paper. It's such a pretty colour. Very, very soft and pretty, and then you get pops of really bright stuff. So I've got that little card, and what have I got on here? I do have a whole heap of more strips, so maybe I'll just put those onto an index card as well, and so I can use them on that. Although I'm just thinking, I just want to cut this bit. It's a bit creased, so I'll take that off for a start. I'm actually thinking I might put them on top of the clocks here. Just put them over. I'll put it up the right way though. And just put them on here, because you can write on the back. And I don't think I want to cut these clocks or watches, fob watches I think they are. I don't think I want to cut them out particularly, so I'm just going to cover them and utilise the paper as the backing paper for this. I just get these and put them down. This time I'm not going to put them on top of one another. I'm actually going to do them in strips just to change it up a little bit. Just see what other colours I've got. And I've got this really, really bright one here. They're all on now. We'll cut it down and see what it looks like. Just cutting it in a tiny little bit, not right on the edge. I find if I try and cut these little things off right on the edge, they don't cut well. And I will trim the bottom. There you go. I think that's quite good use of all those little papers. I will cut it into a tag shape as well. So that will be another one that can go in. And I have that one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one. These can go in the bin. And I've just got a few little more bits and bobs here. There's no reason why I can't use that as a writing spot. We're nearly at the end now. I'm pretty much used most of them. I probably have enough just to do one more strip, and maybe I'll do it over the top of this, because I've kind of cut that frame part off when I was obviously making the pages for the journal. So I don't really want that sort of half image there anyway. So if I just cover it again like I did with the last one, I think that's the way to go. Not sure, but we'll do it anyway and see if we like it. Just get these butted up against one another. I don't want to cut this one down anymore because it's already little. So I'm using the edge of it just to go along and trim all those strips off with my scissors. So I don't want to come in, because if I come in any distance, I'm really making it too small to be worthwhile doing. That's why I'm using the scissors this time. I really like those. I think that's really cute, the way that they're turning out. And then trim the edges. Okay, that's really cool. Now, I just did want to go through now, and I've got those little square things that I had before, these types of things. I thought if I put those down, you know, it gives it a point of difference. So that's what I'll do. This one I'm going to put on the side here. I could stick these onto pages as well, these little bits, but I just thought putting them on the bottom of these sort of tag things, journaling tags or whatever you want to call them that I've made, is a nice idea as well. And then I'm going to put this down on here. I don't know if I'll put that down on there or down on another one. Got that one. Maybe this one, because this one's really got nothing on it as such. It's just opening it up and putting that in there. Now, of course, you could use other things that are in your stash to put things on, you know, like this on. For example, I could use Tim Holt's stuff, I could use the paper dolls, I could use lots of his other different things that he does, tags and things. But I just wanted to stick to this paper, that, you know, the whole paper pack, because you know, from the pack I've made a journal, but I've also using, you know, I'm using up these other things like the stickers and whatnot. So I think that that's also good sometimes, just to use those things up. So that is the end of that. I've got all those things ready, and you can see I've got quite a pile that I can put into the journal now. And then in the next video I'm going to do the cover, and I'm going to be using a different technique and a different substrate to actually make a cover for this. So I hope you'll join me then, but for now, this is Deborah. Thanks for watching. Cheers.